Now, I have an interesting story for you. Yes. Then, well, it's not my story. It actually really exists. I won't tell you where it's from, but I'll say it and I'm sure if you know, you know. There was this guy, short, a short guy, soldier. And now this soldier, young soldier, was about to face off against the biggest, baddest, meanest soldier on the battlefield. That was supposed to be his opponent. And he is the one who called him out. Literally said, I can take him. Right? No one sent him. But this soldier was confident. He had hope. He had faith. He believed that he could do it. So the king called him. The king was so impressed. Like, yo, this young blood, he has it all. He has the whole package. I'ma back him. So the king was like, yo, young blood, wear this armor, right? Take this long sword. Take everything. Like, take this big shield. Have this guy follow you with armor. I mean, I got you. You have my full support. But something was off. This guy was confident, not in his ability to wield a sword or use a javelin or throw a spear or raise a shield. Nah, he was confident in a weapon. A very lightweight weapon he had. That was just a sling, right? He puts a pebble in it, swing, 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 and that's how he gets the job done. That was where he had his confidence in. So he tried moving and realized it was too difficult. He couldn't do it. So what did he do? He appreciated all the support the king gave him, but he stripped off all his armor and went out lightweight with just his shirt and his shorts, put a bag around his shoulder, put about 5 pebbles in, and walked up to this giant. Long story short, David took down Goliath. Now, what does this have to do with shielded and unshielded twisted pair cables? Right? I'll get straight to the point. With shielded twisted pair cables, they support transmission distances of up to 100 meters. That is the same distance for unshielded twisted pair cables, also 100 meters. But get this, with shielded twisted pair cables, it supports data transfer rates of 10 to 100 megabits per second. But with unshielded, it supports data transfer rates of up to 1 gigabit per second. That's where the whole analogy comes from. Because unshielded is, as its name states, unshielded, per my understanding. It's faster, more efficient, right? But it's not protected. It's open to a lot of interferences. So imagine maybe David stepped up to the battlefield and in this version someone threw something from the side and hit David's head. He's gone because he didn't wear helmet, he didn't wear breastplate, he didn't wear nothing, no armor. He was unshielded. But that made him more effective. That was his strength. Though he had a weakness, it wasn't exploited, but his strength made him shine. Same with the unshielded twisted pair cables. It is faster. But the shielded, because it includes a foil wrapper shielding its conductors, yes, it improves its resistance to interference and noise, but it also prevents signal interference better than the UTP cable. That doesn't sound like a con. I don't know why I framed it like that. I'm reading, that's why. Yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is that it has its cons. One being it's more expensive than the unshielded twisted pair. And another being that even though it's resistant, it has you have difficulty terminating the ends. And we'll discuss into detail what we mean by terminating cables. But it's difficult to do that with shielded. So let me simplify everything. With unshielded twisted pair cables, yes, these are 4 pairs, 4 twists. They are cheap, reliable, and easily available. The distance is about 100 meters and the rate is up to 1 gigabit per second. The disadvantage is that they are susceptible to signal interference and do not last longer distances. These cables need repeaters. But for shielded, yes, though they are more expensive, they support the same distance of 100 meters. They support data transfer rates of 10 to 100 megabits per second. And they are resistant to interference and noise. So these are the pros and cons of both shielded and non-shielded twisted pair cables.